Decision fatigue is real. Welcome to Thaddeus Walker Productions, where we help creators make better content without overcomplicating the process. In this episode, we're breaking down why having too many music choices can actually slow down your editing process and how to fix it with a better workflow.
All right, let's talk about a hidden bottleneck in your creative process. It's that massive music library that's supposed to be helping you. Well, I'm here to tell you it's probably making you slower, and it's a huge problem that almost no one talks about.
You know this exact feeling, right? You're in the zone, ready to crush an edit. You just need that perfect background track. So you open up your library, and then it happens. You scroll, you click, you preview, you skip. Before you know it, 10, 20, maybe even 30 minutes have vanished. And the edit hasn't moved forward one single inch. Yeah, sounds familiar, doesn't it?
I call this the library illusion. We've been sold this idea that more choice is always better, but for professional creators on a deadline, that abundance is actually a trap. It looks like an asset, but in reality, it's a serious production bottleneck.
And that feeling of just, total frustration, it actually has a name: decision fatigue. This isn't some made-up concept. It's a real psychological thing. Think of your brain like a battery. Every little choice you make drains that battery just a little bit. So by the time you get to the actually important creative decisions in your edit, you're already running on fumes, all from just trying to pick a song. Just think about it for a second. Every single track you preview isn't just one simple choice. No way. It's a whole firing squad of micro decisions. Does this even fit the tone? Is it way too busy to go under my voiceover? Can I even loop this thing cleanly without it sounding awful? Does it match the pacing of this section? Each one of those no's chips away at your creative energy.
Here's the thing. Great editing is all about momentum. It's about that flow state where everything just clicks. But the second you switch over to that music library, you absolutely shatter that momentum. You stop being an editor and you start being a music shopper. And trying to get back into that creative flow after you've been browsing, man, that is incredibly tough.
And this really gets to the heart of it. The problem isn't a scarcity of good music. The real problem is friction. You think you're looking for the perfect track, but what's really slowing you down is the high-friction process of just digging for something that's good enough. That friction is what's costing you time, focus, and momentum.
So, what's the fix? Well, it sounds completely backward, but for pros who live and die by their deadlines, the answer is a smaller, more focused library. This is the curated solution, where having less choice actually leads to more speed and, frankly, better work. Let's break this down. Giant libraries, they're built for exploration. Their goal is to keep you scrolling, keep you digging. But a curated pack, it's built for one thing: reliability. And when you make that switch, your action changes from browsing back to what it should be: editing. The outcome? Instead of lost momentum, you get a consistent, predictable, creative flow.
Now, this is especially true for anyone making voice-driven content. Tutorials, explainers like this one, vlogs. Your audience is showing up for you. They're there for your message. The background music is just that. It's in the background. You really don't need a brand new, show-stopping, epic track for every video. What you do need is a reliable, predictable bed of sound that supports your voice without ever getting in the way.
Okay, and this leads us to a mindset that I think truly separates the seasoned pros from the amateurs. It's about moving beyond just picking a track for this one video and instead intentionally building your channel's unique sound palette. And it's actually a pretty simple three-step process. First, define your core moods. Are you educational, energetic, inspirational, calm? Second, find just a handful. I'm talking maybe 5 to 10 high-quality tracks that perfectly nail those moods. And third, and this is the most important part, commit to reusing them consistently. This becomes your sound. And the benefits here are just huge. For your audience, it creates this professional, familiar sense of continuity. They hear that music, they instantly know it's you. But for you, the creator, it basically eliminates the music decision altogether, which of course saves an incredible amount of time, but more importantly, it frees up that precious mental energy for the edits that actually matter. This whole thing really requires a shift in your thinking. You have to stop optimizing for variety. Instead, you need to start optimizing for repetition. Find what works, and then build an efficient, consistent system around it.
And the impact in the real world is just staggering. Look at this. Without a system, a huge chunk of your editing time gets eaten up by music search. But once you have that sound palette locked in, that time just shrinks to almost nothing. It puts the focus right back where it belongs, on the edit itself.
So as we wrap up, I want you to remember what the real cost is here. It's not just the 30 minutes you lost scrolling through music today. No, it's the cumulative effect of lost focus, of broken momentum, of slower production cycles, video after video after video. It's like a tax on your creativity that you might not even realize you've been paying.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own workflow. Take a really hard, honest look at your process. Are you building a system that's optimized for endless options? Or are you building one that's optimized for consistent, high-quality output? Because I promise you, the answer to that question will completely change the way you work.
Reducing your options to a reliable set of tracks makes your workflow faster and more consistent over time. Our free music packs are built for exactly that. Check out the description to grab the link. And if you found this video useful, please give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. We post new videos and free music packs every week.